NASCAR Cup Series race has officially concluded from Martinsville Speedway, and Ryan Blaney clutches into the Championship 4 with the victory, and the Championship 4 is officially set. What's going, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. I just got done watching NASCAR Cup Series race on Martinsville Speedway, the Xfinity 500. We had quite a bit to talk about from this race. Let's go and talk about it. So before the green flag dropped, no one had to drop to the rear of the field. So at the start of the race, you have Mark Truex Jr. lead the field from the outside with Ty Gibbs on the inside, and Mark Truex Jr. got a fantastic run and was able to clear for the race lead. There was some passing throughout the field. It was still very, very difficult to pass, but the first lead change would take place on lap 48 when Denny Hamlin got past Mark Truex Jr. for the race lead, got side by side for a lap or two, and Denny Hamlin was able to clear for the race lead. Denny Hamlin will continue to dominate with Ryan Blaney closing into the back, but the first caution race to come out lap number 104, where Ricky Stenhouse Jr. bumped Harrison Burton going, I think, in the 22nd position. Then Harrison Burton went up the racetrack a little bit going to turn number 1, comes down into Alex Bowman, causing a pretty big collision that gets Bowman, Burton, and Austin Dillon involved in the wreck. To me, I think that's on Harrison Burton. I don't know why he came down back across the racetrack. Kind of a stupid move on Harrison Burton's part, if you ask me. Nonetheless, that took him out of contention, at least for contending for the win. So then, all the lap cars would then come down pit road with Denny Hamlin win the race off of pit road. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. would get a speeding penalty, and he had a little strategy where Brad Exhaust and Chris Busch took 2 tires, and you had Ty Gibbs get a few spots lost on pit road. So then on the restart, Denny Hamlin lead the field to the green and was able to clear for the lead. Continues domination, Ryan Blaney trying to close, but Ryan Blaney did not have anything for him, and coming off the corner, Denny Hamlin would win stage number 1. Then we saw a little bit of strategy where Brad Keselowski, Kyle Larson, William Byron, Bubba Wallace, Ross Chastain, Chris Buescher, Tyler Reddick, and Daniel Suarez and Michael Dowd were among the guys that came down pit road, while the rest leaders decided to stay out with Brad Keselowski and Kyle Larson and Bubba Wallace, I think, taking 2 tires, while most of the rest leaders came down pit road. Meanwhile, Kyle Busch had to come back down pit road with the flat left front tire. So then on the restart, Denny Hamlin lead the field from the inside with Ryan Blaney on the outside, and Denny Hamlin got the lead from Ryan Blaney. A really good battle for a few laps. Ryan Blaney tried to clear Denny Hamlin, but Denny Hamlin was able to clear off the corner. Meanwhile, things would continue, and we saw Tyler Reddick nearly spin for 19th position off of turn number 4. Had a nice save after basically spinning and qualifying yesterday. He was able to save it, though, and continue going. As the run continued on, though, Ryan Blaney's car really started coming in on lap 194. He was able to pass Denny Hamlin for the race lead and would continue on. Meanwhile, a few laps later, the next caution race came out lap 216 when Ryan Newman spun out basically from contact, I think it was from Christopher Bell going off of turn number 4. Again, another person that Christopher Bell is frustrated during these playoffs. Nonetheless, Ryan Newman gets turned by Christopher Bell and brings a caution out. In my opinion, Bell just overdrove the corner a little bit and got into Ryan Newman. And then all the lap cars will come down pit road with Denny Hamlin win the race off of pit road. Meanwhile, Mark Truex Jr. actually came off second off of pit road. His chances of winning the race will come to an end when he sped off the exit of pit road. That's a complete mistake by Mark Truex Jr., and it just continues the narrative of how bad Mark Truex Jr. has been during these playoffs. And another race that they cost themselves a shot at a victory and a chance to win when they had a car capable of winning. Mark Truex Jr. makes a mistake. It's another bad day for Mark Truex Jr. Also, Austin Dillon got a penalty for speeding as well. So then on the restart, Denny Hamlin lead the field from the inside with Ryan Blaney on the outside, and Denny Hamlin was able to hold the race lead. And then you saw a side-by-side battle and really great racing between Ryan Blaney and Denny Hamlin for about 4 or 5 laps. Blaney led 1 lap, then Denny Hamlin led another lap, then Ryan Blaney led another lap, and then eventually Ryan Blaney was able to pass Denny Hamlin for the lead. He would pull away and come off the corner and win stage number 2. Then, during the caution, Ryan Blaney, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Ty Gibbs, Austin Cindric, Kyle Larson, Tyler Reddick, Bubba Wallace, and Ty Dillon stayed out while everyone else came down pit road. And Mark Truex Jr. had another mistake on pit road when the jack fell off of the car, basically ending any chance for Truex to get back up to the front. So then on the restart, you had Ryan Blaney lead the field from the inside with Denny Hamlin on the outside, and Denny Hamlin nearly spun Ryan Blaney going down the back straightaway. I don't know what Denny Hamlin was doing there, but Denny nearly got in the back of him, and Ryan Blaney is able to hold on to the race lead with a really great save. But then 2 laps later, the next caution race would come out when Joey Logano, who of course is teammates of Ryan Blaney, would run in the back of Ty Gibbs in a conveyor belt and would spin Ty Gibbs out, bringing a collision that would involve Ross Chastain, Austin Cindric, Keselowski, Yaley, McDowell, Gillen, and Suarez were all collected in the wreck. Joey Logano making a bad move, if you ask me, right there. I get you're trying to help your teammate, but come on, man. Just really stupid move on Logano's part. Running the back of him. A pretty dumb bonehead move on Joey Logano's part that took out a guy who's actually having a fantastic day because Ty Gibbs has been running top 5 and top 10 all day long. He gets taken out by Joey Logano. Completely stupid, if you ask me. So then on the restart, you had Ryan Blaney lead the field from the inside with Denny Hamlin on the outside, and Ryan Blaney got a fantastic run and was able to clear for the race lead. Then 18 laps later in lap 303, trouble strike when Ty Gibbs got spun off a contact from Carson Hocevar going into turn number 1. Carson just overshot the corner and ran into him, bringing the caution out. And then we saw a little bit of strategy where Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Corey LaJoie, Austin Dillon, Eric Jones came in while most of the rest leaders stayed out. And in Bragg's odds, he had to come back down pit road because he had a fire in his car, and his day, unfortunately, pretty much would come to an end. And we went back racing, and Michael McDowell would spin from 33rd position after 22nd position. Actually, he had a longer caution, I think, because the pace car had issues. But the final caution in this race would have come out, I believe, on lap 323 when Michael McDowell spun from 22nd position after contact from Eric Jones, bringing the caution out. Don't know why Eric Jones is doing there, but it is what it is. During this caution, Chase Elliott, Corey LaJoie, and Eric Jones all stayed out, but most of the rest leaders came down pit road. Eric Almirola won the race off pit road with taking fuel only in 2 tires. Kyle Larson also took fuel only in 2 tires. And you had Denny Hamlin and Ryan Blaney, who basically took 4 tires. And Bubba Wallace actually was the first guy off on 4 tires as well. And then, like I said, the pace car ended up breaking, and they had to basically bring a tow truck out there to get it off the track. So then went back racing for the final time with Chase Elliott leading the field from the inside with Corey LaJoie on the outside. And we saw Chase Elliott get a fantastic run and was able to clear Corey LaJoie for the race lead and would start pulling away. But as the run came along, Eric Almirola's car really started coming into play and would actually get to Chase Elliott in lap 412 and was able to pass Chase Elliott for the race lead. But Ryan Blaney's car was coming as well. Ryan Blaney, Denny Hamlin had 4 fresh tires, and they were starting to charge through the field. And once Blaney got by Chris Buescher, Denny Hamlin, he set his sights on Eric Almirola. And as the run went on, Eric Almirola was starting to lose a ton of ground in the traffic, and his car started going away as Blaney, of course, did have the fresher tires over Eric Almirola. And we started having the points talk where William Byron was losing points and gaining points. And then we started having a few guys come to pit road, Eric Jones, Corey LaJoie, Chase Elliott late. But with 23 laps to go in this race, Ryan Blaney passes Eric Almirola into turn number 4, would get the race lead, and of course, William Byron forced to go a lap down, but Ryan Blaney started pulling away. We did everything to try to close in, that being Eric Almirola, to get up there, but it would not be enough. And coming off the final corner, Ryan Blaney clutches his way into the championship 4 with the win, holding off Eric Almirola to get his 3rd win of 2023, his 10th career NASCAR Cup Series victory, and like I said, advances his way into the championship 4. Joining him into the championship 4 that was not locked in will be William Byron, who unfortunately didn't have the greatest day in the world, was able to survive all this stuff and chaos and got a few positions off of pit road. A couple of guys came in like Eric Jones and Corey LaJoie and Chase Elliott. That would get him into the championship 4. Despite not the greatest day, William Byron will compete for a championship. That means that Ryan Blaney, Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, and William Byron will all be competing for the championship here at Phoenix next week. As for the guy that won the race, let's talk about him. Major congratulations to Ryan Blaney on picking up the victory. He absolutely deserves a win. He had the best car in the field, I think 194, 195 laps of this race. He had the fastest car in practice, and I thought Ryan Blaney was going to have a really good chance and really good opportunity here. Because you look how good Ryan Blaney has been in the next-gen era. Coming this race, he had a 4.5 average finish. So we all knew for the fact that Ryan Blaney was going to be a major factor and major contender for the win. And he clutched it today with a big victory. And I think this is a big statement win because he was one of the fastest cars at Phoenix in the spring and probably had a faster car than Joey Logano last fall. Ryan Blaney may have just become the championship favorite. So congratulations to Ryan Blaney on clutching his way into the championship 4 with the victory. So now we're going to take a look at the race results, and I'll give you my score and thoughts of today's race. Talk about the 4 guys also that got eliminated. So Ryan Blaney picks up the victory. Eric Almirola finished second. A fantastic day for Eric Almirola. Unfortunately, got beat by Blaney near the end because of the older tires. But hey, we already know that Eric Almirola, of course, is not returning. What a way to basically end your season at this point with a really good finish. And I've kind of talked about this, but Eric Almirola is having a really solid ending to his career. He's had, I think, like 9 or 10 consecutive top 20 finishes in a row. And today he had a really great day in second place. Thought he was going to get it done. It'd been really cool to see him win. Nonetheless, a fantastic day for Eric Almirola. Denny Hamlin finished third. Denny Hamlin probably had the second best car in the field, but he needed to win this race to get to the championship 4. Unfortunately, Denny Hamlin will not race for a championship at Phoenix. Just continues a narrative of Denny Hamlin choking his way out. Now, unfortunately, Denny Hamlin kind of did everything he needed to do. It's just the fact that Denny Hamlin had to win the race and unfortunately lost a ton of ground when people decided to go strategy. Nonetheless, and unfortunately, that issue he had at Homestead cost him a shot. Nonetheless, a great day for Denny Hamlin, but not enough to make it to the championship 4. Chase Briscoe finished 4th. A fantastic day for Chase Briscoe. Ran top 5 and top 10 a majority of the day. Qualified in 4th and never really ran outside the top 5 all day. A major confidence booster for him. He ran really good here in the spring. So great day for Chase Briscoe in 4th. Joey Logano finished 5th. A solid day for Logano. Logano was quiet most of the day. Never really mentioned him on the broadcast. Obviously, he did have his issues with Ty Gibbs, but he still recovered to finish in 5th. Good day for Joey Logano. Kyle Larson finished 6th. Larson struggled for the first half of this race and was fading, but Larson did recover with some strategy and got a 6th place finish. Good day for Kyle Larson in 6th place. Chris Abel finished 7th, did a decent day, not a great day, ran top 5, top 10 a majority of the day, and gets a very solid 7th place finish. Chris Buescher finishes 8th. Chris Buescher did have a decent day overall, strong in the beginning, but they recovered. But unfortunately, Chris Buescher, just like Denny Hamlin, will not race for a championship at Phoenix. They should keep their heads up, hang up high, though, because this team has had a fantastic year. They made it to the round of 8. I think they got a little complacent going into the round of 8 because I think they felt like this was their ceiling. But they ran good at short tracks, so I thought they were going to be a threat. Unfortunately, not enough to do it today. They finished in 8th. Austin Hendrick finished 9th, solid run for him. And Todd Gillen gets a top 10 in the 10th place. Good run for Todd Gillen. He actually legitimately ran top 15 and top 20 majority day, so a well-deserved top 10 finish for Todd Gillen. Bubba Wallace finished 11th, has some strategy to kind of help him get up to the front near the end of the race, and he started moving forward and gets a decent day. Not the greatest day Bubba Wallace has ever had, but 11th place is not that bad, all things considered. He'll probably take that and trying to close the year out on a really high note. He finishes in 11th. Mark Truex Jr. finished 12th. Unfortunately, Mark Truex Jr. does not make it to the championship 4, and this is kind of on them, unfortunately. The speeding penalty, the car falling off the jack, the crew cost him, Truex cost himself, and I'm not surprised if Truex didn't make the championship 4, unfortunately, because they fell off a cliff in these playoffs. It is definitely one of the worst season collapses I've ever seen from an organization. Maybe worse. I wouldn't say it's as bad as Kevin Hart. Well, it's worse than Kevin Hart. It's probably the worst I've seen since either Chase Elliott's round of 8 or Kyle Busch's playoff run in 2008. This is really bad, and Truex didn't make it, and I don't even know if Truex will make the playoffs next or how bad they ran this time. So he finishes 12th. Not a decent day. They had a good speed, but unfortunately, they cost themselves a shot at making it to the championship 4. William Byron finished 13th. He did enough to make it to the championship 4. William Byron did not have a good day. That car qualified not that great, qualifying 16th, and they were as far back as like 22nd, 23rd, and nearly going a lap down. Luckily for them, they got that car better and just good enough to make it to the championship 4. I still think William Byron's got a good chance to win the championship at Phoenix, but man, because he won at Phoenix earlier in the spring, but man, just not a great day for William Byron, but I guess I'll take it because he did make the championship 4. Ross Chastain finished 14th, decent day for him. Harrison Burton gets top 15 and 15th place, not a bad day for him. Kevin Hart finished 16th, had a fast car in the beginning, but the car just faded and they got stuck in traffic. They finished in 16th in his final race at Martinsville. Chase Elliott finished 17th. Chase Elliott had a good chance to win, but unfortunately had to come down pit road to get fueling. You know his chances were not going to be there, but he led a lot of laps in this race, had a top 10 car majority of the day, and he recovered a little bit to get a top 17, just not enough to get up there to win the race. Ty Gibbs finished 18th, decent recovery, all things considered. I think Ty Gibbs had a top 5 car in the race and had maybe a car capable of winning today. Unfortunately, his day kind of got ruined because of certain drivers' mistakes out on the racetrack. Ray Sales Jr. finishes 19th. Ryan Preece finished 20th. They were good early. I don't know what happened to his 41 car, to be honest. They were really fast in the spring. They had a good car in the beginning. They just faded. They finished 20th. Eric Jones finished 21st. Corey LaJoie had to come down through if Eric Jones liked him. He finished 22nd. Austin Dillon finished 23rd. Ty Dillon gets top 25 in 24th place. Michael Medafter coming down pit road. He finished 25th. Tyler Reddick, just a disastrous day overall. Unfortunately, he's the final guy that will not race for a championship. Unfortunately, they just never had the speed. I was worried about it coming into the day because they have not been good at short tracks this year for the most part, and they've not really been good at Martinsville historically. He finished 26th. Kyle Busch finished 27th. Just a disastrous weekend for Rich Schultz Racing as a whole, especially after the whole debacle that happened last night near the end of that. Kyle Busch had no speed. I was worried about him coming this weekend, and not a surprise or shock, Kyle Busch did not have a good run. He finished 27th. AJ Allmendinger finished 28th. Not a great day for him. Ryan Newman finishes in 29th, and Justin Haley finishes 30th. Carson Osbar finished his 31st, had a couple incidents in a day, had decent speed, but not enough to have a good day. Alex Bowman finished 32nd. They actually were moving to the field. They didn't have a good qualifying. Hendrick struggled in general throughout the day. He finished 32nd. Brad Keselowski finished 33rd. Actually got back out on the racetrack near the end of the race. Unfortunately, Keselowski had a decent day going. And then, of course, Keselowski had his issues near the end of the race where the fire happened. He finished 33rd. Daniel Suarez, after crashing out of the race in that incident with Ty Gibbs, he finished 34th. Didn't expect him to run good, and he didn't run good today. J.G. Lee finished 35th, and Bijan McLeod finishes last in 36th place. So now, let's talk about the overall race as a whole, and I'll give you my score and thoughts on today's race. I want to say this. This race was better than I thought it was going to be. I did not have a lot of hope and confidence coming in this race because the last few races at Martinsville have not been the greatest in the world. Except the spring race haven't been bad. The first spring race here was really bad. I think the last race have been a little better. I just think Martinsville with the next-gen car has not raced great. Today, I think it actually raced pretty solidly, especially in the first half. Now, in the second half of the race, it kind of got a little bit strung out, and you could pass, I will say. It was not impossible to pass today. I think the new tire they brought, the tire combination, definitely really helped for sure. And I think that we saw a second group come into play, and I think the heat on the racetrack also played a major role as well. That being said, the car still needs work on the short tracks. It was still really hard to pass today. Guys that had 50-lap fresher tires, while it shouldn't be easy to pass, it shouldn't be that hard to pass guys on 50 to 60-lap older tires. There still needs to be work done on this next-gen car, but I will say the car is headed in the right direction. And I think this was the best Martinsville race we have seen in the next-gen era. Because of that, I'm giving today's Martinsville race a 7.5 out of 10. Again, a little lower for standards, but 7.5 out of 10 is not bad, all things considered. Like I said, they need to work on the short track car, but I think today's race was not that bad, all things considered, and better than I thought it was going to be. Going back to the Championship 4, it's going to be William Byron, Christopher Bell, Ryan Blaney, and Kyle Larson competing for the championship. That's going to be a toss-up. I think it's the youngest Championship 4 we've ever had. I think this is a heads-up battle. Going to be a really exciting and fun time. And there's 2 Hendrick cars, 1 JGR car, and 1 Penske car competing for this championship. It's going to be really fun and really exciting going into the championship race. So, that is going to be for tonight's NASCAR Cup Series race review from Martinsville Speedway. I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode. Please like and subscribe to the channel, notifications on so you know if I win a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Links are below that, and comment your thoughts below on today's race. What are your thoughts on today's race? Let me know below. Let me know your score in the comments below, and congratulate Ryan Blaney on winning the race and advancing to the Championship 4. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Tomorrow on the channel, we're going to have a NASCAR news video on the channel. We're also have the Truck Series Championship predictions, and we're also going to have the Truck Series race picks, I should say, for Phoenix. And then on Tuesday, we've got all championship content dropping on the channel. I think it's going to be really exciting and really great time dropping on this channel. Got a lot of great content dropping out on the channel this week. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.